Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Hey, Westside. Hey, Hidden. Angelo will make an appearance at some point tonight. She'll be off work anytime between now and 6. Hey, Jason. How you been, man? After all these years, you have your first 3 coins from Kenya. Cool. I don't know if I have anything from Kenya. Now you have me curious. Oh, I do. I actually have a Kenya book. Oh, we have a couple coins from Kenya. Let's see if I can rearrange this real quick to show you. I don't know how well I'll be able to get this under the camera, but I'll do what I can. This is my Kenya book. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that page. There goes the scope. 2, 3 on that page. 6 on this page. 2 on this page. 4 on this page. 3 on this page. 1 on that page, and then finally 2. Oh, that's an empty page. 2 on this page. Haha. That's the Kenya that I've got at the moment. All right, let me see if I can get the scope back on real quick. Or if we're going to be doing it without the scope tonight. Doop-de-doo-doo. Is it working? Nope. All right. I'm going to restart OBS real quick to get the scope to kick back in. So if this stream ends before I can get OBS back open, then look for the new stream. But I'll see if I can do it fast enough. Did I get it? Haha, I did it fast enough. Woohoo! Let's get this cable out of the way. Ooh, it's not focused. Hey, there we go. Ooh, now I gotta fix this camera from showing the book. So what's everybody up to? Anything interesting? Caffeine. I'm going to give it 3 minutes, and then I'm going to get my beginning stuffs out the way, and we will get this thing going. Two minutes. One minute. Get back in there. Alright, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Cachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being the little purple bubble mailers, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, it is an additional $35 charge on top of that. It is the only way you can insure coins all the way through the mail. We do hold packages, so if you want your packages held to maximize your shipping to fill them all the way up, just let us know. Best thing to do is send us an email. Again, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and say, hold my package. If you're new, you can't get stuff tonight. You just have to shoot us an email by the end of the night. Your email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we do not get the email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. Here's our Facebook link. Tonight's lot list is on there. It is the top post. We do put that lot list on there every day we have a sale. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email and say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list at least a couple of days, usually a few days before every sale. And as soon as you get that email, you have the ability to pre-purchase items from that mailing list. If you pre-purchase items, you will not be charged for them until after the actual sale stream. And then you, of course, will have your standard 7 days from tonight to pay it. So it has to be paid by next Monday night. So if you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. The most oddball or never heard of country, probably straight settlements. That would be my guess. All right, so if you guys haven't seen one yet, the weekly Cheapskate Coin Talk is well underway. We've done 3 episodes so far. So if you haven't seen one yet, try and catch one. They're fun. They're relaxed. We just hang out, talk about coins. Usually have a main subject that we go through and then go from there. Just a fun, relaxed time. I've been trying to do it on Fridays. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This past week's was on a Monday, or on Sunday. But it is a weekly show. I will get to it at some day during the week. You will have that guarantee at least. But yeah, it's a fun time. Come hang out. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing another stream, getting through some more of that penny box. Because I still haven't touched it since we did the that one stream starting the box. So lots of rolls to still go through. Still hoping to get Cheapskate Coins or the Coins of the World series going again. Hopefully I can get that going before too much longer. When I first did that, I didn't think it was going to be as much work as it is, but man, that turned out to be a monster to get every episode. Try to get it all planned out and together and everything. It's a lot. And then one of the things that stops me on some of those is and the same reason why I hold certain subjects for Cheapskate Coin Talk is because I like to have actual coins to show, having to do with the subject that I'm going to do. So I don't like having to just go and, find pictures to show you guys. I like having actual physical coins to show you. So if there's a subject I want to do and I don't happen to have the particular coins I need for that subject, I put it on hold until I have them. So keep that in mind. And of course, if you guys have suggestions for episodes, this past week was, our subject for this last week was based on a viewer request for subject. So if you guys have anything you guys want us to talk about, probably shoot me an email would be best. Be like, hey, here's an idea for a Cheapskate Coin Talk subject. And if it's a good idea, I'll do it. Why not? Okay. Also, we only have this week and next week for you guys to get a sellout. If you guys want to be able to have a sellout giveaway at the beginning of next month. So dig deep, tell your friends. Tell people that aren't your friends. Tell anybody and everybody that you think is into coins. Come over here. We got good stuff. We got good prices. It's a fun time. You're actually allowed to talk and chat during my sales, unlike a lot of channels. You can talk and hang out and have fun. All right. Oop, Angela just got home. Let's kick this thing off. Actually, a little bit back to our normal layout for a list. We actually have some banknotes and some medallions tonight. All right. First lot is from 1961 to 64. This is a U.S. military 10-cent payment certificate. Series 591. And it is going for $7. So what they used to issue to the military personnel to spend at like the commissaries and things of that nature, so it'd work on any base. Anybody at $7? Probably save them some money too, because then like they don't have to give them real money. It's just like, yeah, here's some military money that you can use on the commissary. Can't use anywhere off base, but you can spend it here. All right, moving on. No sellout tonight. Next up is a 1953 $5 silver note. Going for $10. Anybody? All right, moving on. To the 1935 $1 silver note, going for $3. Hello.
Hello, Bill.
Love you too.
Hi, guys. Hey, you got it working.
It's been working.
Oh.
Behind you.
Yes, I'm behind him. Hi. I'm gonna go smoke real quick.
All right, moving on. To the 1862 $1 Confederate note. Over 10 bucks. Oop, that's the wrong one. This one. It's a bit beat up, which is why it's only 10 bucks. It's kind of surprising they didn't just burn all these things after the war. All right, moving on. To the 1863 $1 notes. This is going for 25 bucks. All right, still no love for banknotes. Got it. Like I said, I'm probably going to discontinue banknotes because, like, nobody wants them anymore. And it does not help me to have capital tied up in them just sitting here. Next up, got a few medallions. Going to be discontinuing these soon probably too. Hey, Kanito Warrior. That's a new name. Welcome. Alright, first one. Actually, give me one sec. Because I'm going to drop the prices on all these tonight just to try and blow them out and get them out of here. So I just lowered the prices right now on the fly on all of these. All right, First Lady Series, Abigail Fillmore. Over 3 bucks. That's at my break-even number. Awesome, thank you. Appreciate it. We do these sales every Tuesday. We've got a coin talk show that I'm trying to do every Friday. Sometimes it lands on a Saturday or Sunday, but I'm trying to do it on Fridays. Got some new stuff planned. So, if you like coins, you're in a good place. All right, moving on. Yeah, if you want anything, type in. This is a sale, not an auction. And if you do get anything, you have to shoot me an email by the end of the night. The email has to have your personal info, shipping info. If you want to use PayPal or Cash App for your payment, and what your email you use for the payment method is so I can invoice you. Right there down below the Mr. Cheapskatecoins@gmail.com is the email. Next up, Lady Godiva medallion, 3 bucks. Nope, that ain't it. These are out of order. Or did I just... Nope, I just put the wrong one out. That's what it was. Alright, well, let me find that one real quick, and I'll just show that one first. Lady Godiva. Going for 3 bucks. definitely tell all your friends about my channel. We're trying to grow this thing and get our viewership up. All right, moving on. All right, First Lady Series, Jane Pierce. Going for $3. It is Franklin Pierce's wife. The first one there, Abigail Fillmore, of course, is Millard Fillmore's wife. All right, moving on to First Lady Series, Dolly Madison. That would be James Madison's wife. Oh, and also, Canito, anybody who buys anything is automatically entered into a monthly giveaway. And then anytime we do a sellout, I put some money into a pot, and that goes into a separate giveaway, and anybody who bought something during the sellout is entered into that one. And Lady Godiva was James Godiva's wife. And her husband was the reason why she did that. It's to make a political statement. Alright, moving on. Of course, last month and this month we have not had any sellouts. We were getting like regular sellouts for the last few months of the year, last year. Now we don't get them no more. But as soon as we do, I'll add some money to the pot. American Spirit. Remembering 9/11 medallion, $3. So the way that we do it is basically, you know, say we do if we did a sellout every week, then, you know, like $100 to $200, whatever, depending on how, you know, what the total of the sale was, goes into a pot, and then I gave everybody a vote on if they wanted to, you know, do like little prizes, or if they wanted me to use it all to get one really good thing and do that as the giveaway. And they all voted to do one really good thing. So it is completely fueled by you guys on how, you know, if we get to do a sellout giveaway at the beginning of the month, or, you know, and if we do, how many or how good the item will be. That is completely fueled by you guys. And we've given away some really good stuff. The best thing is still that it's like a $400-something cat bust half. I'd love to do something like that again, but it's up to you guys. All right, moving on. All right, so that was some of the first ladies that we had. Now we got a couple of presidents. Here's a presidential series, Lyndon B. Johnson. Going for $3. All right, moving on. Here's the 1976 American Revolution Bicentennial. Forgot to change that one. This one will also be $3. Is that the name of the Johnson & Johnson company? Was that them? Is that actually true? If it is, that's kind of cool. All right, moving on. All right, and the last two medallions are 2022 gold-plated gold buffalo replicas. Over $3 each. 24 karat gold-plated proofs. See, it would have been cooler if it would have been true. Hey, mean one. All you missed is the banknotes and the medallions, and all of them are still available because nobody wanted them. As usual. Which is why I'm discontinuing them. Alright, coinage time. Kicking off coinage with World Silver as always. Tonight we are going to be kicking off with Canada. Canadian silver. And we will be starting with Canadian dimes. Well, all the ones that we're on tonight are still available. Which is military 10-cent for certificate, 1953 $5 silver note, 35 $1 silver note, and the two Confederate $1 notes. All right, kicking off is 1947, 10 cents. You know what? I'm going to do these under the scope because that's just going to make life easier. There we go. 1947, 80% silver in fine. $4. I think silver right now is hovering at what, like 24 and a half? Something like that. Very nice. It's good advertising. By the way, if anybody wants one of those, we still have hats available. They're $15 each. It's good advertising for us. Did you tell them to come check us out on YouTube? Let me grab one real quick. We got 5 of these available still. $15 each. It's got the double clasp on the side, on the back. Mesh back so let your head breathe. So if anybody wants a hat, let me know. Awesome. Appreciate that, man. All right, moving on. $2.1950, 10 cents. 80% silver and fine, $3. Oh, I am not a good enough authority to be able to tell you if they're real or not. Not at all. My advice would be take them to a coin shop somewhere and have them look at them. Yeah, for the most part with coins, I could tell you if they're real or not, but not banknotes. All right, moving on. All right, and then the last two from the dimes. Our 1967 10-cent proofs. With some very cool toning. If you guys like the rainbow toning, check these out. These are going for $5 each. Got the reds, the purples. That is some very, very cool toning. And then the other one, it's got the gold toning around it. And that's on both sides. It's like the vintage toning. So you got rainbow toning and vintage gold. Colonial Canada, that's like that's like our colonial coins. How we have like the Connecticut and the New York, and when the, you know, before we had U.S. mints and all that, and the states were making their own stuff. That's what that means. All right, moving on. At least that's the only colonial Canada term that I know. Is for the stuff that's way back when they were still working on getting their country put together and the provinces were making their own stuff. All right, next up, Canadian quotas. Kicking off with a semi-key date. $19.09. This would be the King Edward. 92.5% sterling silver. It's in a good, going for 20 bucks. This quarter shoots up in price fast. So if you're looking for an affordable way to fill this particular date, here you go. And by fast, I mean, hang on a sec. Excuse me. All right, 1909. 20 bucks is actually the about good price. If you want a fine, you're already at 75 bucks. If you want an extremely fine, 135. And then Mint State 60 is $650. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, we got two of these available. They're both VFs. These are 1943s. Actually, we have three available. We have two VFs and a fine. The fine is $4. So here is the fine. This is the $4 one. And then here are the VFs. These are the $5 ones. All right, moving on. To 1951. This one's in a VF for $8. Yeah, as I just dropped it. Get back here. All right, moving on. Maybe I should just say, is there anybody looking to buy any Canadian silver? And if nobody says yes, just skip them all. Next up, 1951. EF tone, 12 bucks. Getting that dark silver toning going on. That's album toning. Well, nobody said yes. You guys just want me to skip the Canadas? All right, moving on. Next up, we got two available 1952s, both in VF. Both are $5 each. All right, moving on. Next up, 1963. This one's in an AU for 6. All right, moving on to the last of the quarters. The 1967 proof. Going for $8. All right, moving on. Ooh, 4 people watching. Where'd everybody go? We were at 9. Everybody leaving. All right, next up is 50 centers. We got 2 available. 1943 VF going for 12. Ooh, down to 3 people. Anybody? All right, moving on. To 1967 proof. This is the coin known as the Howler. Going to West Side. Congrats, sir. All right, and now $2. First one is 1964. 80% silver, BU, $22. This one is the Centennial of Quebec. Or the Canada Centennial. For Charlottetown. Charlottetown is Canada's version of like our Philadelphia. That's where they signed all of their, you know, their version of their Constitution and all that. All right, moving on. To 1966. Over $22. So it's also a BU. All right, moving on to a 67 proof with some toning on it. It's starting to get like a coppery toning starting. That, of course, is the goose. All right, moving on. To the 1974. I will. These are the 50 percenters. Winnipeg 100. Anybody have 15 bucks? All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of that Canada, let me know. All right, next up, we got 3 coins from Austria. First one is 1964, 5 shillings. 64% silver EF, going for 10 bucks. All right, moving on. To the 1975 50th anniversary 100 shilling proof. Only 201,000 of these were ever made. Over 18 bucks. Definitely an interesting design. Definitely weird. moving on. All right, and the last one, also from 1975. Well, it was released in 76. It was made in 75. This one is the 76V Winterspiel Innsbruck. 64% silver proof. And this is the Winter Olympics. Innsbruck, Austria. Oh, I have no doubt. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a couple from Spain. And kicking off with a bit of an oldie. 1899, one Posada. 83.5% silver VG, $8. Moving on. To the 1901. This one's in it about good for $4. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got some from Cuba. Kicking off with the 1949. There we go. 10 cents. 90% silver BU. $18. I mean, it's a BU. It should look good. All right, moving on. $2.19.15 20 centavo. This is the course reads version. This one's in a VF for $8. If it was the fine read version, this thing would be significantly more expensive. All right, moving on. $2.19.53 BU. 90% silver, going for $25. A centennial commemorative. All right, moving on. Hey, Ramon. All right, next up. I significantly dropped the price on this one this week. So we're going to France now. This is the 1918 50 centimes. 83.5% silver BU. So NGC list on this is $250. I originally had it out for $125. I'm doing it this week for $50. So you have an opportunity to get this coin potentially at one-fifth of its list price. Anybody? All right, moving on. To the 1905, 2 francs from France. 83.5% silver in fine. It's got that dark silver toning going on. This is going for $8. So how's that semi-retirement treating you? Alright, moving on. And the last one from France. 1909, 2 francs. VF for $12. So. Alright, moving on. Next up is Australia. Kicking off with a couple of 3 pence. First one, 1943D. 925 sterling in AU. Over $8. Got a little schmutz on his cheek there. Oh, we actually have 2 of these. We have a BU as well. The BU is $12. There is the BU. So you got AU or BU. All right, moving on to 6 pence. Kicking off 1939. 925 sterling silver VF $4. Yeah, it's been upper 60s and low 70s here for the past few days. We gotta enjoy it while it lasts, because pretty soon it's gonna be up, 110. So, all right, moving on. To 1942. EF 925 sterling, $4. Actually, the 42D. I forgot to put the D on the list. So that's actually the 42D. In EF for $4. All right, moving on. To 1962. Come on, get focused. This one's an EF for $4. Fun. Paying bills always sucks. All right, moving on. To the 43S shilling. This one's an AU going for $7. All right, moving on. Next up is a shilling for one of the 50% silver years. This is the 57 VF for $4. He's been out of town for the past week. He's been at the ANA show. So he tends to not answer stuff like that while he's out of town. All right, moving on. Next up, 1931 Florin. 925 sterling and a VF, 15 bucks. All right, moving on. Last from Australia, 1943 1 Florin. Hey, Dionys, I haven't seen you in ages. Welcome. How have you been? Yeah, it's been, what, like 3 years at least? Like 3.5 years. I think last time I saw you on was when you bought all of those Canadian case sets. It's like 20 sets or something like that. All right, moving on. Hopefully you feel better. Being sick's never good. All right, and the last stop for our world silver tonight is Panama. Kicking off is a 1904, 10 centimes. 90% silver, extremely fine, toned, going for 30 bucks. It's actually kind of cool because it gives his armor like a more organic look. Oop, that's mislabeled. This is a 5 centavo, not a 10. Or a 5 centime, not a 10. That is mislabeled. Let me double check real quick and make sure the price is on that is correct since it's mislabeled. Do-do. EF tone. Do-do-do-do-do. Nope. All right. Quick correction. Hang on. Correction on the fly. Because my whiteout. 1 second. Alright, got it fixed on the label. Now I need to fix it real quick on the list. That is in fact a 5, not a 10. And new price. Alright, corrected version of that coin. 1904 5 centimes Panama. 90% silver, extremely fine toned, 15 bucks. It is now half the price that it was, because I was looking at the 10, not the 5. All right, any takers, 15 bucks. Actual list on it is 25. $1904, 5 centésimos, extremely fine. Whoa. 25 bucks. No, that was NGC that I was looking at just then. Dude, if you want to get stuff, you can, and I'll just invoice you for it on the 1st. You know that. I know it's been a while, but you know I work with you. I'll just put a note next to your stuff. Invoice on the 1st. All right, last call, then we're going to move on. All right, moving on. To the 1933 1/10 Balboa. 100,000 minted. This is in a VF. Going for 25 bucks. Figure 80% of these have probably been melted down, so there's probably maybe 20,000 of these left out there. And eventually world silver prices are going to catch up to how much of it got melted down during COVID, and the prices are going to start to reflect it. Some of it's already going up. All right, moving on. To the 1947 1/10 Balboa. This one's in a fine for $4. Yeah, come on. Work with me, Flap. Get out of the way. All right, moving on. All right, next one, we got 3 available. Two of them are VFs, one is an EF. These are 1953s. The VFs are $4 each. The EF is $6. So here are the VFs. That's VF number 1. Here's VF number 2. And then here is, where is it? Here's the EF. This is the $6 one. This side is binning VF number 2. You got it, sir. So it leaves one VF and the EF. VF, EF. VF, EF. All right, moving on. All right, next up, also 3 available. These are 1962s. We have 2 AUs and a BU. The AUs are $8 each. The BU is 12. So here are the AUs. That's AU number 1. I mean, you want to keep your collection uniform. Here's AU number 2. And here is the BU. The $12 one. All right, moving on. All right, and last world silver coin of the night. $18.53 quarter Balboa. 90% silver BU, starting to get some toning. $40. Hey, you know what they say? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. All right, moving on. All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with American coins. And the first one is the showcase coin for tonight. Actually, a lot of the American stuff tonight is from my collection, because I haven't been able to get anything new because sales have been so low. So I gutted a bunch of coins from my collection to be able to have a sale tonight. So I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. So yeah, like I think all but like 5 of the coins for the American are from my collection. So selling some of my collection right now to try and make some money. So, all right, showcase coin of the night. This is one of the 3 primary key dates of the wheat cent set. 1931S. It's in a VF. Oop. Get back on the scope. Graded by Rick Snow. Going for $115. Anybody? Nobody. All right, moving on. This is going into the bunch and I'm selling to Rick. All right, next up. All right, I'm going to link all of these. These are silver dimes. They are silver proofs. We got the 92. '93. '94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 2001. So that's 8 coins, $5 each. Or if anybody wants all of them, I'll do it for $32, which makes them $4 each. And these are all out of my collection. Here's your 92. '93. 94. 95. 96. Here's the 97. $98. 2001. Anybody? $5 each or $32 for all of them. All right, moving on. All right, and then the last from the dimes is the 2017 San Francisco Enhanced Edition. Over $5. Hey, Dandy Dave. Welcome. And this one's going to West Side. Dandy Dave, just shoot us an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, if you're going to use PayPal or Cash App as your payment method, and what email you use for that payment method so we can invoice if you buy something. So if you pick up something tonight, we just have to have that by the end of the night. And we do whole packages if you want to maximize shipping. So keep that in mind as well. All right, next up. All right, doing the same thing I did with the dimes, but these are quarters. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. So $8 each, or $49 for all, drops them to $7 each. Again, these are 90% silver proofs. Here's that 92. $93. 94. 95. 96. 97. And 98. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next up, these are the 2001 State Quarter Silver Proofs. A minor typo in each one. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, so there's all the 5 states, 12 bucks each, or 45 bucks for the set. That drops it to 9 bucks each. So if you buy the set, you save 15 bucks. Here's North Carolina. New York. Kentucky. Vermont. And Rhode Island. All right, moving on. All right, next up is a set of the 2022 San Francisco strike. That was what that was supposed to say. Using the NIFCBUs. So full set for 5 bucks. There's your Anime Wong. San Francisco. Nino Otero Warren. Wilma Mankiller. Maya Angelou. And Sally Ride. Anybody? $5 for the set. It's $1.25 for the San Francisco strikes. The NIFCs that you could only get by ordering them through the mint by the roll. Hey, Ringmaster Ray. Yeah, they're still available. Everything Canada is still available. Except for the 67.50 cent. That's the only Canada that sold. Okay, so that was the 47 and 50 10 centers. And the two 1952 quarters. You got it. So yeah, if there's anything else out of the Canada you decide you want, the only thing that did sell was the 67 proof 50 center. You got it. All right, moving on. To the 1923 women's quarter San Francisco NIFC set for $5. So there's Maria Tallchief. This is a Jovita Idar. Eleanor Roosevelt. Edith Kanana Ole. Hey, Lady Spitfire. And Bessie Coleman. $5 for the set. San Francisco NIFCs. Thank you, thank you. All right, moving on. All right, next up, I dropped the price on this one again. Oh, both those sets going to the west side. Gratzer. All right, so this is now at pretty much my break-even price on this coin. Exactly. 1825 cat bust. 89.5% silver. It's VF details, but it is hold. If that hole wasn't there, this coin would be worth over $300. I've been dropping the price and dropping the price. It is now at the lowest price I can possibly put it at without losing money. 50 bucks. It's a good spot filler. It's still VF details. If you don't want to have to pay out $300+ for an actual VF without a hole. Yep. Be 200 years old next year. All right, moving on. To the 1960D Franklin $half BU full bell rines. 28 bucks. Ooh, glare. Wow. It's like insane amounts of glare. All right, moving on. All right, next up. Got 1964 Denver Kennedys. 2 available. 18 bucks each. They're both BUs. And we do have 1 Philadelphia. Anybody? All right, if anybody wants a set, Philly and Denver, I'll do it for 32 bucks. It'll make them 16 bucks each if you get the set. Hey, Cindy. All right, moving on. All right, and then the 50 percenters, we have one of every year. All BUs. Yes, including the 70 Denver. There's the 65. The 66. The 67. There's your 68 Denver. '69 Denver. And the 70 Denver. NIFC. As well, as the 70 proof. 90% silver. Or 40% silver, sorry. Proof cameo. If anybody wants all of these as a set, I'll knock $7 off the top. So that drops the price of every single one of them by $1. Hey, Boo. Nope, all the banknotes are still available. Almost everything is still available. We've sold like 5 things. Alright, moving on. So if you wanted them, you can still grab them. Alright, next up, the 76 clad proof Kennedy. Going for $4. You got it, sir. moving on. All right, I'm going to link all these real quick, just like I did with the dimes and the quarters. These are again out of my collection. These are the silver Kennedy proofs, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, and the 98. And if anybody wants all of them as a set, I'll take $7 off the top, so it makes them all $17 each. Here's the 92. Again, these are all 90% silver proofs. 93 from the original first 8 years that they did silver proof sets. 94. 95. 96. 97. And the 98. Anybody? $18 individually, or if you want them all off, I knock $7 off. All right, moving on. Then we got the 99 clad proof, going for $4. All right, moving on. All right, then we've also got the 2001 silver proof. And the 2009 silver proof. $18 each. Hey, Paul. You feeling better, man? Been all silver proofs? Just the half dollars or all? Because we got quarters and dimes, too. I just want to make sure. I did bundle deals on all of them. Were you on the 50%ers too, Paul? The 60 or the 70S proof? 40% silver? Or just these? Okay, you just want the 92 through 98? You don't want the 01 and the 09? You just want these? There's actually 9 total, because there's also the 09 and the 01. So do you want just these 7 or do you want all 9? That's what I want to make sure of. There, put it in chat. Do you also want the 01 and the 09? That are the silvers. All right, I've got you down for these. If you want the other 2, let me know. If you add them into the bundle, they'd be $17 each, just like the rest of them. It would drop them down to $17 each. Be 17 times 9. So, let me get a calculator. It'd be $153 for all 9. All right. I'll put your name on the other two as well. Alrighty. Alright, next up, also for my collection. This is the 2019 Denver rocket ship Kennedy half dollar. NGC Mint State 67 proof like first day of issue. $25. Okay, you don't want the other two? Alright. So the 01 and the 09 are still available if anybody else wants them. Alright, moving on. Alright, next up, got some commemorative halves. The 86 Denver Statue of Liberty. And proof. And then from 1995... got the basketball proof and the baseball proof. If anybody wants all four, I'll do all four for $32. That knocks $12 off the top. Statue of Liberty BU. Statue of Liberty proof. And there are those two. All right, now we've also got the U.S. Marshals proof. Check out the mintage on these. 76,549 minted on that one. And I will extend out that bundle if anybody wants all five. $46 for all five. That drops All three of these from 18 bucks each to 12 bucks each. If you do the bundle. Anybody on any of those? All right, we're getting close to the end, but do me a favor, stick around because I have something important I got to talk to you guys about when we get done here. It's not good. All right, moving on. All right, the next up is the 1986 Ellis Island Silver Proof Dollar. Going for 22 bucks. The 394s went in pre-sale. All right, moving on. All right, next up is the 2001 Sacagawea Proof. Going for 4 bucks. All right, moving on. Next up is the 2017 Enhanced Edition. Going to West Side for 5. Kratzer. All right, 2 more lots. $2022 Sacagawea Proof. Something going for 5 bucks. Going to Paul. Kratzer. All right, and the last lot. Is the 2007 Denver and Philly These are those platinum plated presidential dollars. Go for $4. If anybody likes collecting the platinum plated ones. All right, last call on everything. All the medallions are still available. Pretty much all the world silver is still available except for 5 Canadas and 1 Panama. The 1931 S wheat cent is still available. All the silver-proof dimes, all the silver-proof quarters. The Catbus half, the Franklin half, the 364 Kennedys, all the 40% silver Kennedys. The American clad proofs are all still available. All right. All right, since that's the end. All right, so the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I will be sending out an email about this if it comes to pass. I've been making slight mentions of this each week for the past, month. But all right, so sales have dropped off so bad that it's becoming almost to the point of being unsustainable. And I have some things that I've been needing to take care of. So this week I'm going to be liquidating a large chunk of everything I have, inventory and my collection, to Rick. Because I am that far behind because sales have just bottomed out all year. I don't know if there will be enough left for me to continue doing sales after this week. So if it turns out that ends up being the case, then that means that over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks, all the packages are going to be going out as we have the money to get them out. Because we're going to be doing them in big chunks if that's what ends up happening. So I just wanted to make sure to let everybody know that, it has reached that point that I don't know if this is going to be able to keep going or not. Oh, I'm not blaming you guys, man. It is what it is. You guys, you guys are all struggling yourselves. You have your own financial stuff going on. It is what it is. I don't want to have to stop doing it, but, I can't keep showing you guys the same exact stuff every single week over and over again. And, it's becoming to the point where my time would be, better served trying to get back into the workforce or something. So Like I said, I don't know if it's going to come to that point or not. I should know by the end of this week if it is. So I will let you guys know. But I just wanted to make sure to let you guys know that there is a possibility that this may have been the final sales stream. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, I mean, you know, we always plan for having those bad weeks. But, you know, nothing could have prepared us for how bad the last 2.5 months have been. Everything has, you know, we were doing good up until the last week of December, and then literally at the very first week of this month, it just bottomed out. I mean, we've done really good over the past 2 years. We've grown quite a lot over the past 2 years. It's just these last 3 months, or last 2.5 months, sales, like 85% of sales have dropped off completely. So it is what it is, and it's where we're at. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. I hope it doesn't come to that. But like I said, I have to liquidate a lot of stuff. So, you know, we all have to figure out ways to balance debt. What would I say is the cause of lack of sales? Well, all of you guys either being just as broke as I am or already having whatever I've got. Not having a high enough viewership to be able to sustain the sales through everything. The fact that Richard hasn't been here pretty much most of the year. and let's face it, he's a big chunk of the money. It's just, you know, everything came together all at once, and it is what it is. You know, all of those really, really nice coins was like my last ditch effort to try and make a large chunk and salvage this thing, but then nobody bought any of them, so that was kind of our last ditch effort to save it, and it didn't pan out. It happens. But like I said, the sales streams I have been doing every week for 5 years. We're in our 5th year right now. So if I am able to figure out a way to salvage it, then it'll still keep going every week. If not, then the channel's probably going to be going dead for a while. Yeah, it's the same boat everybody's in right now, Ramon. You know, and everybody, you know, people keep saying, "Oh, the economy's springing back." Like, no, it's not. I don't know what the heck they're looking at. Yeah, it's been 5 years. We launched this thing in 2018. We have been selling coins to you guys on YouTube for 5 years. I'd love to do it for another 50 years, but it just depends on if we can. But, you know, just like with you guys, you know, our first concern is we got to make sure that we're getting our bills paid and our expenses dealt with. So, you know, the beginning of the year, we already quit our other business, and we were hoping that would have made a difference, but this is where we're at. So, but like I said, I will know by the end of this week. So I'll still be doing the stream on Friday. Yeah, and that's always another option is, you know, we could take a break and come back to it once we have the time again. You know, I do have some other options of ways that I can kind of start over. You know, 5 years ago, I started this thing with basically $77. We had that first sale was just stuff we had lying around that we didn't really need. And we had that first little sale and we made 77 bucks off of it. I took that 77 bucks to Rick's shop. That was the first time I'd ever gone to Rick's shop. And I bought $77 worth of stuff. And then the next week we made 144 and then we made 360 something. You know, and we got to the point that over the last couple of years, we were averaging anywhere between $1,200 and $2,500 a week. And then suddenly it just dropped. And now lately we've been having trouble even getting over 300 bucks for a week on a sale. We've had a couple of them that didn't even make it over 200. We've only had one sale so far this year that made it over $500 in sales. You know, like, you know, tonight ended up 312. Last week was the one night that ended up over. We did like 800 and something last week. The week before that was like 180 something. So that's where we've been. And like I've told you guys for years, you know, this is my only income. And I've never sold locally. It's always been just to you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna, you know, if I can find a way to save it. I'm West Coast too, man. I'm in Arizona. 5 o'clock. $5 p.m. Yeah, that's the big thing, Westside. It was just everything at once. You know, if sales would have dropped in half, that wouldn't have been a big deal. It would, you know, it would have slowed me down, but I still could have kept it going. But dropping 80 to 85%, no. That was, you know, and if it would have been just for a few weeks, that would have been one thing. But it's been 10 weeks now. So it just is where it is. I mean, if nothing else, I'll probably be doing a final sale at some point to liquidate whatever's left. Which ain't going to be much. Thank you, sir. But, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a good night. And, again, I'll definitely know by Friday. So, when I do that stream on Friday, I will definitely know by then. So, alrighty, guys. Have a great night.